Joseph Kabila of seeking to unlawfully extend his 15-year rule of the vast Central African Republic. So what are the implications of this decision on the stability in the DR Congo? Dr. Vladimir Ntwidanso is Dean of Academic Affairs, Ghana Armed Forces Command and Staff College, and is also an international relations expert. He's joining us, and we're grateful to have you, Doc, and thank you very much.
Thank you for having me, and good evening to our viewers.
Now, the governing party and some small parties in the DRC have agreed to delay polls to April 2018, but the main opposition coalition has rejected the deal. Tell me, how will this further aggravate the already tensed atmosphere in the DR Congo?
As you rightly put it, this is going to exacerbate the situation. There is no way we are going to see stability between now and the April of 2018 that Kabila put forward a few days ago, and which has now been endorsed by a coalition of parties and his party. The people are tired of him, and they have always accused him of trying to delay issues and wanting a third term. And so the signs were on the wall that any postponement, any change, anything that will support what they are thinking would bring about chaos. About a month ago, we all knew how the chaos really created kind of mayhem in the capital city. And add that to what is happening in the countryside generally, and you would realize that the Congo will continually be in a situation of instability if this election doesn't come on. On the other hand, even if the elections were held normally, this November or December, as was earlier discussed there in the Congo, there would still be chaos. So going in for the elections will bring chaos. Not going in will bring chaos. What do we do? That is the situation where we are in now.
Now, a top diplomat in the DRC last week warned that the country has entered a period of extreme risk to its stability. Could this deal be the end for DR Congo, which has been really struggling since the toppling of Mobutu Sese Seko in 1998?
You know, DR Congo is not going to see any peace if we don't have a government in place that will create a new system for the country. The country's democracy is hiccuping extremely badly since independence, but was exacerbated by the Mobutu regime's end. The end of Mobutu ushered in a period of instability throughout the country. At a point in time, we had more than 23 different kinds of forces fighting each other within the DRC. And one was thinking that any new government, like Kabila's period, 10 years or more of his period, should have been able to rebuild the Congo towards a new dispensation. Unfortunately, that has not been done. And outside forces have a vested interest also in the Congo. So this is the unfortunate situation.
A very worrying situation. Now, France is saying that delaying the elections is not a solution to the crisis. I know that you hold the same view, but what other options are there?
I strongly suspect that this is the period. So most of us have already asked the United Nations to bring in the trusteeship system again. We are at a point or at a juncture where there's need for some intervention, not the kind of intervention the UN is using, bringing peacekeepers left, right, center, and getting the situation not under control. This is the time we need to help the Congo to be able to build a new system. And I believe that the trusteeship system, if it were in place, could have been used to bring in, call it foreigners, call it whatever it is, but for the UN to rule the Congo, create a new system which is acceptable to the people, and lead them on to democracy. Because after all, democracy is a process, not an event.
Talking about the UN, would you say the UN, AU, and the regional bloc in which DRC belong, do you think these groupings have all let down the people of DRC?
I strongly suspect so, because after all, unfortunately, the AU, the SADC, to which the DRC also belongs, the COMESA and the CEMAC, and the UN itself, all these regional bodies to which the DRC belongs, simply would want to see democracy as printed in the books of the Americas or whatever it is. But here it's a country with a history which marks of instability throughout. So there is we've reached a point where I think if the UN had taken the DRC as a baby without rushing them onto the ballot box and saying that that is democracy, I mean, would have helped a lot. Or the AU saying that, look, let's help. And I don't think that it goes against any international norm. But after all, we are all watching when the carnage is on, and several things that are not to be accepted in this world are happening in the DRC.
Doc, so it's a pretty sorry situation where we're hearing about in the DR Congo, but should Ghana be worried? Should ECOWAS be worried? Should the rest of Africa be worried about what is happening in Congo?
We need to, in this small world, a world which is very heavily interconnected, we need to be worried, because what is happening in the DR Congo is affecting the whole globe and affecting the whole of Africa. If you know what DRC can do for Africa, the one dam, the Inga Dam, is supposed to be able to, light up the whole of sub-Saharan Africa and even give power to southern parts of Europe. And yet we are sitting on that. The coltan, almost every phone that we carry has the base from coltan, and DRC contains more than 60% of the global coltan. So what are we doing? The river, whatever resources they have. So if DRC is in turmoil, we are all in turmoil. Secondly, it has become a haven for all forms of non-state actors to be hiding in there and doing what they want. And if that is the case, then Ghana will be sending whatever it is, troops. Ghana will be paying towards the AU. Ghana will be doing everything towards the UN. So we need to be worried. Again, because people can learn from what is happening in DR Congo, so that we have a whole lot of untoward situations in the whole of West Africa or any other place. We should be worried.
Right, Dr. Vladimir Nchudan, so we're grateful for your time. This is still News at 10. We're live from our studios here at Adesawe.